Արտեմ, Փաթափուտյան, Արտեմ գործընկերներ, Արտեմ Փաթափուտյան, dear honorable guests, honorable Արտեմ Փաթափուտյան, it's our great pleasure to host you in this museum, in our National Museum, History Museum of Armenia. This event is very exciting for us. Thank you for deciding to come to visit to us and also initiate very interesting event and also tradition. This is the tradition that your family already has, donating to the museum, donating for the future generations, donating for the education. But they think that this is also a new start of the tradition. Donating the achievements, symbols of achievements, for further inspiration, for further development of our country and the science of the world. Thank you for this wonderful event. And today, for us, for our museum, for our staff, this is a big event, and also a big event for the country. Because the first Armenian Nobel Prize winner, Dr. Արտեմ Փաթափուտյան, has decided to donate one of his prizes, Nobel Prizes, to the History Museum of Armenia. This will be, I think, a new start for other eminent Armenians to donate for the museum and to educate for the education. Because all our visitors, and especially young generation of our visitors, will look to these objects and will be inspired. Maybe they will also decide to go to this way, to the way of the scientific researches. It is our honor to be here in this hall with one of the great scientists of our days. So maybe the present guests also will be curious also to know what are you feeling, how you have decided to donate your prize to the museum. Please.
I just wanted to say, first of all, that when I was 18 years old, if somebody had told me that I would one day win the Nobel Prize, or that my medal would be accepted in the National Museum here in Yerevan, I would have thought this person was just joking around, so making fun of me. So I think, you know, I come from a modest background, and just winning this and getting this medal and recognition is surprising to me, but at the same time I feel like it gives the message for hope. For all the young students, I think this is just a message that if it happened to me, it could happen to them. If they find something that they really love to do, are passionate about it, and work hard at it. Other than that, to say that I was so glad that we arranged this so that my medal can be here, and as you said, serve as an educational tool. And I'm so proud to be part of this museum. It's one of the greatest highlights to get this kind of reception, and especially to be here with my family members. And I'm very, very thankful for your generosity and for hosting me.
Thank you, it's our great pleasure. You are always welcome, and also we hope these objects also other objects will join to your objects, and we will organize one day a very great exhibition in our museum on great Armenian and their scientific achievements. Thank you for coming. Thank you for this decision. Now,
it's a science experiment.
So now we have planned also to handle the other objects and put in a vitrine, and this will be exhibited here for a long time because this hall is specially renovated, and for the specially exhibiting this one object, and there is also your biography, and our visitors will enjoy. So the vitrine is now waiting. Maybe we'll organize a ceremony on placing there one of the first Armenian Nobel Prizes in our museum and in our country. Thank you. Thank you for your donation, thank you for that event, and a little bit I'd like to say that this is very, very important for the museum. We are very, very happy today. And it's our great happiness here to accept you. And actually today the ceremony is also, there is a planning also some press conference in the museum. Maybe our colleagues from the press, if they have some questions they get. But before that, I'd like to pass the word to the Deputy Minister of Education, Culture and the Sport of Armenia, please.
Պարոն Փաթափուտյան, կրթության, գիտության, մշակույթի և սպորտի նախարարության անունից ես շնորհակալություն հայտնել։ Ես կարծում եմ հիմա ամբողջ ազգը հպարտ է ձեզանով և իրականում ձեր աշխատանքը, ձեր առանցը անկին է մեր ազգի, մերպես մանավանդ մերպես փոքր ազգերի համար։ Եվ մեծ պատիվ է ձեր պարգևը պահպանել մեր պատմության թանգարանում։ Մենք շատ շնորհակալ ենք ձեր, շնորհակալ ենք այցի համար, և ես ձեզ մաղթում եմ նորանոր հաջողություններ գիտության ոլորտում, և հույս ունեմ, որ մենք կրկին հնարավորություն ունենանք ձեզ հյուրընկալել և շնորհակալություն։
Okay, so I think many our colleagues from the mass media are excited, but now they are more work, or they would like to have a special interviews for the press conference. I think there is not for now questions, but there is some work from our head of the Department of New History, Արտեմ, who already was one of the organizers of this event. He was in contact with your family.
Առաջին հերթին սա աննախադեպ իրողություն է մեզ համար և Հայաստանի պատմության թանգարանի համար, և կարծում եմ ես լավ օրինակին կհետևեն մեր մյուս հայ ճանաչված գիտնականները, նաև ճանաչված մարդիկ, որոնք մեծ ներդրումներ են արել Հայաստանի համար։ Սա առաջին հերթին մեծ քայլ է ձեր կողմից, որովհետև դուք ձեր հետևից ստանում եք սերունդներ։ Մեր ապագան նայում ենք ձեր ուղու մեջ։ Հարցս էսպիսին է, շատ ամփոփ, ինչպես հասակ այսօրվան։ Ինչքան տարիների արդյունք էր դա ձեզ համար, թարգմանել եք ինչպես հասկացաք։ Շնորհակալություն։
Again, thank you very much. It's a big honor for me to have this being displayed here. You asked me about the journey to how did I get here, and obviously science is a slow process, and I have been a professor for 22 years, working at the same institute in San Diego, California. And I always say that we scientists don't do the work to get prizes or to get recognition. We do it because we are curious and we're interested in improving science, both for science sake, just for pure curiosity, but also in respect to our biomedical field, to do it for benefit of humanity, hopefully translating our basic research into clinical development someday. And so, I personally love what I do. I come to work every day just to discover, to understand how life works, how our bodies work, and what happens when things go wrong in disease. But this recognition has been wonderful, both on a personal level, family level, nation level. I think the recognition is through me to give, as I said earlier, hope for everybody, and hope that this will contribute to inspire the next generation of young scientists. And that's my biggest hope, that this is, gets people inspired to get into science technology, which is, again, not just theoretical, but hopefully will also help the country from economy and every other aspect.
Պարոն Փաթափուտյան, մեծ պատիվ եք գտնվել այստեղ, որովհետև մեզ համար սա իսկապես պատմական իրադարձություն է, հատկապես երիտասարդների համար, որոնց համար մոտիվացիայի ակտիվ եք։ Ես կուզեի մի փոքր մեզ պատմեք ձեր զգացողությունների մասին։ Իհարկե մենք արդեն նյութերին ծանոթ ենք և գիտենք ինչպես է ստացվել այդ ամբողջ ընթացքը, մրցանակը երկրորդ ձեզ եք անցնել, բոլոր մանրամասներին իրավետում ենք, բայց շատ կարևոր է հենց ձեր այն զգացողությունների մասին խոսեք, որոնց մասին միգուցե ոչ միտեղ չեք խոսել։ Նաև շատ կուզեի իմանալ, որպես գուցե ապագա գիտնականներ երիտասարդներին ինչ խորհուրդ կտայիք։
So our colleagues is interested about your feelings. They know already about your way, about your biography, of course. But actually they are more interested what you're feeling, what's your feelings, and what you will advise for the future generations. I'm right?
This is all new to me. I'm used to, working in a laboratory and talking to graduate students and postdocs. I'm not as used to talking to journalists, so I'm learning on the job, as we say. I've also said that because this changes things and I have opportunities that I might not have had before, so I'm exploring this year to see what I want to do. But I've also always felt like, since I love what I do, that I don't want to change too much, so keep doing what I do. But with respect to feelings, of course, this is wonderful recognition. It's recognition for me, my laboratory, my mentors, my institute. I can tell from social media that all of Armenia nation is very excited, and that actually gives me great joy. I think, and in a way that's helped me reconnect to my roots, and I think that's been a wonderful experience, and I hope it will continue as well. I think the advice for the new generation is, although this prize is great, I always like to emphasize that what's more important is the work. So I hope that they each find their own field that they're happy doing, they love it, but at the same time it benefits their community, their society. And if you have joy and you do that well, this recognition is extra icing of the cake, we say in America, and and that should be the goal.
Mr. Phatapoutian, and we as a government, how can we motivate and support our young scientists to achieve Nobel Prize?
I think, I've met lots of very intelligent, curious, creative kids. Just visited 2 more yesterday. So they are ready to create and do great things. I think the government could create the infrastructure for them to succeed. Make sure you pay enough money to scientists so that it's something that they can aspire to without too much personal sacrifice. And I think the cooperation between public and private institutions, so they feel like there is wonderful opportunities after they get their degrees. And I think lots of that's going on. I heard that spending on science and scientists has increased the last few years, which is wonderful, and I hope that trend continues.
Այս հայտնագործությունը ձեզանից ինչքան ժամանակ խլեց, հայտնի որ 2016 թվականին դեռևս դուք եկել եք այստեղ Հայաստան եւ ապագա բժիշկների ներկայացրել ձեր գյուտը, որով հետագայում ստացան նաև Նոբելյան մրցանակ, ինչքան է տևել այս գյուտի ընդհանուր հայտնաբերման ընթացքը, ուսումնասիրությունը եւ առհասարակ մեկ գյուտը մարդու կյանքից ինչքան ժամանակ է խլում եւ երկրորդ հարցս նյարդաբանությունը ինքնին բարդ գիտություն է կես բժշկական այդ ոլորտում ինչ իդեալներ կան, որ կուզենայիք դեռ հայտնաբերել, եթե կարող եք իսրեք դրանցով։
So first part of the question, how much took it from you this discovery, and how long usually it took from you for discovering something new in science?
There is a new idea.
Is there any new idea in your linguistic field that you are going to discover some secrets? They are going to.
Thank you. So we've been working on these scientific questions for 22 years from when I started my laboratory. Some of it is 20 years old, some of it is 10 years old, so there's 2 different parts. But it does take a long time. People usually ask about the eureka moment in science, and it's a little bit of that and lots more follow-up. So there was a eureka moment 12 years ago when we first found these mechanosensors, but it took years and years to prove its importance. So it does take a very long time to do this. I also wanted to make the point of, although we do what we call basic biology research, so we're just curiosity, trying to find out how you sense touch. But some of it also, with more work, can translate into medicines in the future. And just as an example, one of the sensors that we found in 2002, and 20 years later, now there are clinical trials, phase 2 for small molecules that would inhibit this and could end up becoming medicines for back pain or osteoarthritis. So, we do the basic science, but the good news is some of this gets translated to actually help people create new medicines.
So the question is, did you ever think about to come to Armenia and work here, and how you are looking, what's your vision on development science in Armenia? Okay?
For the first question, not yet, but I'm happy to I'm here, part of the reason I'm here is to discover the kind of science that goes on here and see how I can be involved and help if needed. So coming here and working is a possibility, but haven't really discussed any details. I think that one has to realize that, you know, science in the United States is a very big enterprise. There's billions of dollars of investment from the government. And of course, the situation is Armenia cannot afford to do that, we realize that. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that there is no hope or that shouldn't do it, just the opposite. I think if one looks at the computer technology side that, you know, has been blossoming in Armenia, there's lots of new companies and more education, engineering that's translating it, and one can hope that in the life sciences, certain aspects of it, when invested strategically, can blossom and become both scientifically and economically very important aspects of the society.
So again, I would like to express our huge gratitude to you, Dr. Արտեմ Փաթափուտյան, for your scientific achievements and for your decision and willingness to be a part of our country for Armenian work. Thank you. We are very proud of you. It's our great happiness here to have you here in our museum. Although this part in History Museum is, we can also now have finished, and the other part will be in National Gallery, and then after it, we will wait for you for a tour in our museum. We have a very interesting exhibition in our museum, in archaeology, in ethnographic collections, so I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you very much.